Um, Now I'm trying to make sure this is not a movie because I literally just had a whole fucking movie in my head, but it starred the girl Scarlett. I don't know if y'all know who that is. The girl that got that scar on her lip. Busta Rhymes had noticed her. She's like a rapper, but it was her in my fucking dreams. Okay. I tried to look it up to see if it was actually a movie that she played in or something like that. I can't find it. But so maybe this is someone's story or some shit. All right. But be careful. It started out with two girls sitting at a bus stop. And it's so weird how I'm like there, but I'm like watching or something like that. Right. But it was two girls at a bus stop. And one of the girls, she was waiting for, first of all, she was sneaking around with some older guy. And, I believe she's been with the older guy before. I'm not sure. But one of the girls was at the bus stop and she was like, "What you doing?" And she was like, "I'm waiting for, maybe someone's making a movie like this. If you are, you a sick motherfucker." Um, Cause I've never seen no movie with no scar lip in it. But anyway, so it's two girls sitting at the bus stop, and the girl like, "Yeah, I'm waiting for my boyfriend. He's about to come get me. Blah blah blah." So actually, it was like three girls because the fuck I was there, but I don't. My dreams be so weird. I don't understand. So she like, "All right, cool." She was like, "Are you gonna make it to school today?" I gotta go and pick my son up from my grandmother's house and drop him off at daycare or something like that, right? And so the girl like, "Yeah, I'll make it to school today, but I'm going over my boyfriend's house." Little fast ass little girl. She's like, "No, I'm going over my boyfriend's house first, and he's gonna drop me off at school later." They was like in high school. They had to be probably like in the 10th grade or something like that. And this guy, he was probably like in his mid 40s or some shit, maybe late 30s, late 30s, early 40s. So I'm sitting on the bench. It's like I'm watching the shit go on. That's how my dreams are. It's really weird. So the guy comes and he doesn't, what was weird was, when you're sitting at like a bus station, you normally come all the way down to pick somebody up, but he has stopped all the way at the top of the block. And so the girl asked her, "No, I'm not. Shut up. That's not what I'm doing right now." So the girl asked her like, "Why he stop all the way up there?" And she was like, "I don't know. He just be being weird sometimes, whatever." So the girl, it's like I asked the girl like, it's, oh my god, this is so fucking crazy because it was like I was there, but like I wasn't. It was like I was a ghost. You understand? And the girl was like, I think it's like I was reading her mind. It was like she wanted a ride or whatever. Like she didn't really want to get on the bus. She was like, "Well, shit, if you get in a ride with him, then I'm about to see if I can ask her for a ride." So I'm sitting there and I'm like, "No, don't ask her for no fucking ride. Like we're going to get on the fucking bus." It was like I was a ghost. It was like I was not there, right? But I think I was like her conscience, but I was the conscience that she did not listen to. Like these girls was really, really fast because I felt something was like off. So the girl was like, "Nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna ask her anyway." So the girl was like halfway up the block. She was like, "Hey," she was like, "Yo," and then she was like, "You think he can give me a ride?" And she was like, "Yeah, I don't think it would be a problem if he give you a ride. Like it's only up the street, right?" So the girl like, "Yeah, I just need him to give me a ride to my grandmother's house. He can just drop me off there and then I can go my own way." So I'm sitting there and I'm like, "No, I don't think you should do this, da 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 da." And then she like, "Shut up." And so the other girl like, "Who are you talking to?" And she like, "Oh, nobody, nobody." So I was like her conscience, but I was like the good one. Watch the plot to this shit though, right? So they get in the car. All you know is the screen flash and they're at this man's house. And he's like, yeah, don't ask for no motherfucking water because you two bitches ain't going nowhere. And then the screen flash again, and they get to fighting each other and shit. I guess he was like, making them fight each other and shit. Like, so he pretty much kidnapped both of them. And then the screen flashed again, and it was like other women were being invited over this man's house, and these girls, like, this man was raping these girls, like making them like rape each other, like he was beating the fuck out of them. It's crazy because it was a little boy there. So obviously he went to take her to the grandma's house to pick up the son, and he probably was like, yeah, come on, I'll drop you off at daycare. And he ended up just kidnapping all of them, like, period. Oh my gosh, y'all, I woke up out the fucking dream and I was like, what the fuck? And then you know how you normally go back to sleep and you're like, all right, maybe I can dream of something else. No, it went right back to the fucking part. So this man killed this man that killed hella fucking women in the house, y'all. The house was so nasty. It was bloody. It stunk. It was this white lady that had came over and shit. And then like it was switched. So I was in the fucking house. And when they were like cutting up the bodies and shit like that, y'all, it was just a premonition. I don't know what the fuck it was because I ain't never seen no shit like this, but it was most definitely in my dream. But when they was cutting up the bodies and shit, like I had threw up. And the girl, like, it was like I was already dead. It's like they killed it's like I was there first, and I was like a guardian angel to this girl and the little boy. You feel what I'm saying? But she was not listening. Like, she didn't realize I was like a ghost. Like, I got killed by that man or some shit like that, right? So I had threw up, and the girl, she would talk to herself a lot. So the girl that was playing the role, it was the girl Scarlett. That's what's crazy. That's why I was like, is this an actual movie? Because let me look it up, because what the fuck? But she was like, you're going to get us in trouble. You threw up on the floor. So I'm trying to talk to her. Like, it's like I couldn't really talk. It's like when I did talk, she did not listen to me. It was like I was like a conscience of hers. But they had these white people coming over, like they was killing motherfuckers. They had these girls were young. They was like in the 10th grade, maybe even in the ninth. But they was like killing motherfuckers, you feel me? Them two started having like an affair with each other, like, cause they was just stuck in the house. Like, it was no TV, it was no fucking windows, it was like just a door. Like, it was so dark and grimy, like, it was so nasty. And like, it got to a point where, how did this shit end? How did this shit end? All right, so this white lady had came over and she was like, I guess she started feeling bad. And she was like, I'm sorry, I can't help y'all. He's gonna fucking kill me. And I'm older in age and I'm gonna go to jail for the rest of my life. Like, you girls are young. If y'all ever do get out of here, which you probably won't. She was like, if you ever do get out of here, she was like, it'll be like you're rescued, and you can just go on with your lives. I mean, when I say he like really fucked these girls up, it was so fucked up. So how they got out was the girl that had the son. I don't know what the fuck, but I guess I jumped in her motherfucking body. It was so weird because I was like, fuck this. I sat back and I kept watching. So come to find out, I jumped in her body or whatever. But the girl, she started talking to the other girl. She was like, I be hearing voices, right? And the girl was like, what do you mean you hear voices? She was like, I heard a fucking voice the day that, I asked you, could he give me a ride? I heard the voice tell me no, not to fucking do it. And I went against what I'm supposed to do anyways. And the girl was like, no, you just panicking. Like, you probably schizophrenic or something. She was like, no, I should have listened to that fucking voice. She's like, I don't hear the voice anymore. She said, I don't hear the voice anymore. She said, I feel like I don't have any guidance out here. She was like, my son, like she had oh my God, it was so sad. It's not even a movie, y'all. It was a premonition that I had last night. It was a dream. Her son was so fucking skinny, y'all, like his ribs was touching his back. Like they were eating the people. Like, oh my God, I want to cry. I hope nobody's not going through this shit. Anyway, so something possessed her. She got possessed. And she was like, I got a plan, And she started following her own guidance. So she went in the room with the guy. She was like, look, can you just at least take me to my grandmother's house? Just to at least, just leave my son on the front porch. That's it. Like, you can take me, like, my son, he's sick. He's throwing up. Like, he's about to fucking die. Like, what the fuck? Like, and he was like, oh, I thought you was coming in here to suck my dick. You feel what I'm saying? With your pretty self. And it's crazy because the other girl, she was pretty, you know what I'm saying? But she was dark skinned. And then the other girl, she was like caramel, but she was very beautiful girl. Very beautiful. And I think I was there because it's like she reminded me of myself, right? So the voice came back and she just was like, I don't know, something just possessed her and she went the fuck off. So he got out the bed and he started whipping her ass, right? And he slipped on something and hit his motherfucking head on the back of the fucking floor. Like, hit his fucking head on the back of the floor, y'all. Passed the fuck out. So that voice came back and it was my ass. I told her to take that motherfucking microwave and slam that bitch on top of his head because they really didn't have like no knobs in there, like nothing, but they did have like a microwave, it was like a couple of, it was so, oh my God, it was so dirty and funky in that bitch, right? She took that motherfucking microwave and slammed that bitch on top of his head. Then it blacked out. They ended up killing them and shit. So the other girl that everybody thought was so fucking strong, like she was so scared. It was like she was okay with living in this life. But the other girl, she had a son. Come to find out, the voice that she was hearing was of a ghost. It was a ghost of the past whose soul never passed over. But this ghost connected with her and her son because that ghost was in the same predicament. Literally the same predicament. They had a son. And come to find out, I really didn't get down to the bottom of like who the ghost was, but I was the ghost in the fucking movie, right? So I think it was maybe I used to date him or something like that, or I started dating him. It started out like how the girl was, probably would come over and shit like that. Cause I had woke up, y'all. I was like, this is too fucked up. But I think it was the girl that was hearing the voices, the actual voices. The voice that she was hearing was somebody that he killed. And he ended up killing her child too when she tried to escape. So that ghost was trapped in that fucking house. And that ghost was like, it ended up possessing her because, when people die of horrible deaths, sometimes they don't want to come back here. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they don't want to come back here. You know what I'm saying? They just live, and I feel like once that ghost possessed that girl to kill that fucking man, then that ghost went and passed over. Okay. I don't know if that's an actual fucking movie, but I most definitely had a dream about it last night. And the girl that starred in the movie was Scarlett. So I don't know if someone is writing a movie like that. I'm sorry if I told your plans, but that's going to be a good ass motherfucking movie. But it's sad. It's so fucked up. I think I done blew somebody's movie. I don't know, but it's so fucked up. And I think like that movie is to teach people about mental illness because that girl, she was hearing voices, or she was hearing a voice and she never listened to it. You know what I'm saying? Like the voice told her, don't go with that girl. Don't go with that guy. Just come on, let's get on the bus. It was like the girl was there with her, but the girl was dead. She been died like years ago. So I don't know who on here writing a movie, but I don't know if you writing that movie or if that just came to my fucking head. But don't steal my shit. I said it first. And I want my motherfucking money too, bitch. I ain't playing. Or maybe somebody could be going through this, or this is someone's story. This happened to somebody. Like there's maybe a ghost that lives within you because something could have happened to you like that, or something tragic happened to you, or there's a ghost that protects you from things like that. And it also, normally I would wake up like crying in my sleep or whatever like that, but I didn't cry because I felt like whatever this ghost is that possessed this girl, whatever, in my premonition, um, just wanted to like live vicariously through other people to help them through things of this nature. So it was also stating like, listen to your gut instinct. That voice that you hear in your head, you ain't fucking crazy. If you about to meet somebody and it's something like, don't go. Don't fucking go. You might just save your fucking life. But that shit was wild. And I seen all the vulgarness. Like, I seen the chopping up of the bodies, the stabbings. You know, he put them girls through a lot of shit. You know, like, it was fucked up, y'all. Like, it was fucked up. A movie probably is about an hour and like 20 minutes. It ain't that long because nobody wants to sit around and just watch some shit like that. But yeah, so I don't know. Someone has a guardian angel that watches over them and may even possess you at times to get out of situations, to be strong, to speak up for yourself. And somebody here, I don't know what you're going through, but you need to listen to that inner voice. Everybody has it. But whoever this girl was, it was like a dead person was following her. And she thought it was like a homegirl or something. Like when she got in the car with the girl, she was like, yeah, my friend, you know, can my friend come or whatever and shit like that. So it was like it was 3 of them in the car, but it never was. It was only 2 of them. He already killed that other girl years ago. Killed her and her fucking child. So yeah, I don't know if that's a movie, but don't be like Cardi B and be stealing Risa Rain shit. So if you make a movie like that, just make sure you cut my motherfucking check, because I most definitely seen it. So yeah, somebody here can have a guardian angel that protects you. I'm hearing from rape, from being kidnapped, from predators. Your intuition, that's your inner voice. You know, if you on them damn dating sites, or you know, yeah, it protects you. Also, for somebody here, this was supposed to happen to you. Shit, I could be talking about my damn self. But it was supposed to happen to you. And it didn't happen because somebody around you it already happened to, that is like connected to you in some type of way. And you could have even met up with this person and they got scared as shit when they saw that fucking ghost. That ghost was like, bitch, I wish the fuck you would. Because it was kind of like he was being haunted as well by this ghost. Like the ghost was haunting him too. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember in the premonition that I had, like he would wake up in sweats. And, you know, he would call them in the room like, come here. Like he'll get real mad at them. And, you know, it'll show a scene of them like, you know, sleeping with him, you know, here and there, you know. He loved that light-skinned girl though, because she was way more beautiful than the dark-skinned one. The dark-skinned one was beautiful too, but I feel like that light-skinned girl reminded him of the girl that he killed. I do not know the story behind him killing that girl. I don't know, because it didn't tell me any background, but it just told me that there was a guardian angel around, and that motherfucker is in somebody. And you might have came across someone that was a rapist or somebody who could have really hurt you, and this person looked at you and just went the fuck on the other way. So something is saving your life. So when a motherfucker asks you what you doing here, you supposed to fucking be here. All right?